A single Legionnaire is not particularly dangerous. It is small compared with many of the predators living beneath New Eden, and a larger animal can crush one almost effortlessly. But Legionnaires rarely intend to fight alone. When one discovers prey too large to attack, it does something unusual. It follows. The Legionnaire stays far enough away to avoid provoking the animal, while keeping close enough that it does not lose track of it. And while it follows, it begins producing a low clicking sound. At first, nothing may happen. Then another Legionnaire appears, then another. The clicking is a call, and the creature being followed may have no idea that every sound is bringing more hunters toward it. Legionnaires have no visible eyes. Instead, they seem to perceive other animals through heat. Warm bodies stand out against the colder surroundings, allowing them to follow prey through tunnels where ordinary vision would be almost useless. This makes hiding from them surprisingly difficult. Darkness offers little protection, and once enough Legionnaires have gathered, their behavior changes completely. The creatures that were previously keeping their distance suddenly attack together. Against large prey, the first few may die almost immediately. A predator can seize one in its jaws. Another may be crushed beneath its body. Some may never survive long enough to inflict a serious wound. But the Legionnaires do not appear to retreat simply because members of the group are being killed. Losing individuals can still be worthwhile if the animal they bring down provides enough food for the colony. And the Legionnaires do not need every attacker to survive. They only need enough of them to reach the prey. Their curved tusks pierce through skin and hide, but the tusks themselves are only part of what makes the wound dangerous. The Legionnaire's saliva interferes with coagulation. Blood does not seal the wound as easily as it normally would. A single bite may cause relatively little damage. Several bites are different. Each Legionnaire creates another wound that continues leaking blood, and even killing the creature responsible does not necessarily solve the problem. Once a Legionnaire has bitten down, it can become extremely difficult to remove. They appear capable of locking their jaws into flesh with enormous force. Even after suffering catastrophic injuries, they may refuse to release. A Legionnaire can be torn apart while parts of its head remain attached to the animal it attacked. The body may be dead. The jaws can still remain buried in the wound, and ripping them free may only tear the injury wider. For a large predator, this creates a strange problem. The Legionnaires are easy to kill, but killing them is not always safe. Their blood is acidic. When one is crushed or torn open, that blood can spill across the animal attacking it. A predator using its jaws may kill the Legionnaire instantly, only to expose its mouth to corrosive fluid. So the animal has to choose: ignore the Legionnaire and allow it to keep biting, or kill it and risk being injured in the process. With one attacker, that choice is manageable. With several attached to different parts of the body, it becomes much harder, and the longer the fight continues, the more blood the prey loses. The Legionnaires themselves are often left in terrible condition. Limbs are torn away, organs are damaged, parts of the shell may be completely destroyed. But surviving these injuries does not necessarily mean permanent disability. Legionnaires can regenerate. What grows back, however, is not always what was lost. A missing leg may return with a different shape. A damaged claw may regenerate larger, heavier, or sharper than before. Muscle can form in unusual places. Additional joints may appear, and sometimes the regenerated structure is actually better suited for killing than the original one. This makes regeneration unpredictable. One Legionnaire may recover almost perfectly. Another may develop a malformed limb that makes movement more difficult. But occasionally, an injury produces a mutation that gives the survivor a new advantage. A heavier claw, a stronger gripping limb, a thicker section of shell, something that never existed before the injury. Because of this, older Legionnaires can sometimes look radically different from younger individuals. A veteran that has survived years of fighting may have regenerated its body many times. Its limbs may no longer match. Its shell may have grown unevenly. Some structures may be weaker than they once were. Others may be considerably more dangerous. Two legionnaires may begin life looking almost identical, but after enough battles, one of them can become something very different. Their bodies effectively become records of everything that failed to kill them. But regeneration has a limit. It can repair the living, it cannot restore the dead, and death itself is treated very differently. The colony wastes almost nothing taken from prey. Flesh is consumed. Useful biological material is carried back underground. Even the remains of large animals can eventually disappear completely. Yet dead legionnaires are not treated like ordinary organic material. Workers collect their husks and carry them outside the hive. They are not consumed, and considering how little material the colony normally wastes, that behavior is difficult to dismiss as simple disposal. It suggests that the dead are recognized as something different from prey, perhaps even something deserving of respect. That makes the Legionnaire stranger than its appearance initially suggests. Individually, it is weak. It knows that attacking something larger by itself would probably end in death. So it waits. It follows. It calls others. And when enough arrive, they accept losses that would make most predators retreat. Some are crushed, some are torn apart, some survive and return, carrying injuries that permanently change what they become. And sometimes those injuries make the survivor even more dangerous than it was before. A predator may kill several legionnaires and still die from the wounds they created. Another may survive the attack only to continue bleeding afterward, and the legionnaires that live long enough to return may eventually regenerate what they lost, although there is no guarantee what will grow back. So when a lone legionnaire follows an animal through the darkness, it is not hesitating. It knows it is weaker. It knows it cannot win alone. It is watching the heat of its prey, keeping its distance and clicking again and again until something answers.